Hello, this is Michael Lim, Cyber Threat Analyst for the Cyber Guardians. In the past few weeks, the Cyber Guardians have been working to develop an effective insider threat program for the financial sector. We first began at the conceptual level by designing an infographic with our preconceptions and ideas of what an insider threat plan might look like. From there, we moved on to the assessment stage, implementing metrics to assess the efficacy of our insider threat plan. And most recently, our team has been working through the NIST framework functions of identify and protect. And today, we're going to be going through the detect function. We hope you enjoy this presentation. What pertinent information did behavioral studies find in regards to the attacker and the target company in the case of IT sabotage?
As behavioral analysts, we assess behaviors of employees to establish a behavioral baseline, looking for any discrepancies, and in order to develop a confidential informant program for fellow employees to report on. However, in this case of the sabotage, improper behavior detection procedures allowed security guards to slip through the screening process. Also, there were no informant programs of any kind to allow other security guards to come forward regarding their colleagues' actions and behaviors.
So tell us a little bit about what the information security officers found in their investigation of the case of IT sabotage.
Information security officers found that the network monitoring procedures did not include HVAC and physical access systems, an effective distribution of the roles and responsibilities of monitoring data, and we also found the lack of actions that prevent attack progressions at the time of incidents.
What did IT risk studies reveal in the recent case of IT sabotage?
So our analysts mainly found that the potential impacts of the incident were not properly assessed before, and the resulting power outage could have been avoided if it was a known outcome and preventative measures were taken. In addition, there were a lack of mitigation strategies to stop the attack progression, and system vulnerabilities weren't correctly assessed from the perspective of an attacker. And this could have been very useful if the group would have known common intentions, targets, and methods.
So what did the compliance department find in this recent case of IT sabotage?
Compliance analyst department found that there was a lack of data monitoring policies that were likely to have made the system infiltration easier, as well as interdepartmental communications, of which resulted in inefficient handling of incident pertinent information, creating a delay.
In the recent case of the IT sabotage, what did the Cyber Threat Analyst Department find in their investigation?
Well, our investigation found that the security guard was able to exploit the company's lack of network and data monitoring tools. This lack of tools likely contributed to the opportunity for the attack, as the security guard was probably enticed by the vulnerability of the system of which he compromised. There were also no continuous monitoring systems in place. This is definitely a threat because the inability to keep consistent tracking of what's going on is definitely a problem. And the final finding was that activity baselines were not established. This is especially volatile as not having any sense of what normal activity looks like, it makes it much harder to detect abnormal activity.